we are but seconds away from midnight in relative terms. The intensification of hostilities around the world in the last 24 hours is astonishing. We're seeing geometric escalation in the Middle East. And it's happening just like we said it would, which is scary because what we say happens next is even worse. Now, I'm going to enumerate all the headlines, and after I do that, we're going to talk about a nightmare NATO scenario that I believe they're holding on to as a Plan B contingency, and it involves a decapitation strike on the Kremlin using nuclear weapons. And they're doing these big arrow maneuvers right now that suggest that these are not exercises. Okay, we always joke about there are no military exercises, only World War III disguises, but this starts to really look like something. And I'm going to provide all the details. Now, first, let's talk about what's happened in the last 24. One of the biggest pieces of news is that Iran has joined the conflict. Iran has launched missiles, the longest range ballistic missiles that they've ever launched in their history from their territory. No longer is it IRGC-backed militias. This is Iran launching ballistic missiles against Syrian targets, while Israeli-backed, U.S.-backed, Mossad-affiliated, according to the Iranian targets, in Syria. This is big. This is a massive escalation. In addition to that, the Houthis have targeted a U.S. commercial vessel, and it was actually a hit this time. It was not deflected. It was not shot down. They were able to target a commercial vessel. That means, you guessed it, more escalation in the Middle East. Now, prior to Iran firing the longest range missiles they've ever fired in their history, get a load of this. The Iranian foreign minister gets off the phone with the Russian foreign minister. They finalize a deal for a strategic partnership. What does that mean? Well, it ostensibly means that what we've been saying all along, in that Iran is quite possibly now under the Russian nuclear umbrella. If you want to talk about a Gog versus Magog biblical scenario for all you Christian eschatologists out there, you guys know I'm an agnostic, but I throw you a bone every once in a while. There you have it. It doesn't get more Gog, Magog than that. You now have the Iranians and the Russians potentially aligned along nuclear lines who are about to go to war with Israel and the United States. And who's in the back seat? The North Koreans and the Chinese.